If you want to build an online business, but you don't know where to start with AI, pay attention because that confusion is probably what is holding you back. Many people stay stuck in research mode and never take any action. This video is going to help you move fast with a clear step-by-step action plan, and you can use it right now to get started. So before we actually get started, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with tip number one, which is to actually validate a profitable problem or a pain point first, and then use AI to build and sell a simple digital product around that problem. Now, if you don't validate a real problem or a pain point first, then you actually risk building an AI-powered business that never really makes a lot of money because there is not an existing demand and nobody really needs it or nobody really wants it. So you need to find that existing problem and that existing demand first. So if you actually want to avoid this particular scenario, you can actually start by researching demand in the marketplace using an app like Google Trends. Google Trends will show you the search interest over time for any given keyword or topic within your niche, so you can actually see whether something is rising, whether it's declining, or whether it's actually stable. So Google Trends will show you the search interest over time for any given keyword or topic. So this is a good idea to validate the interest on a particular idea that you've got. Now, if you are a bit unsure what problems people actually care about, you can actually search inside online forums like Reddit and just use phrases like "I need help with" or something like "how do I fix." So just put in these kind of phrases into Reddit and you're going to find people actually talking about problems and pain points that they've got. So that's going to give you some insights into some products that you could create based on pain points and problems that people are actually complaining about on websites like Reddit. Now, if you want a bit more of a structured approach and you want to get some real data here, you can actually use a tool like Answer the Public. So Answer the Public will actually show you the real questions that people are actually asking on Google and on YouTube and on different social networks as well. So this is a really good way to do keyword research. So you can actually find the real questions that people are actually asking and searching for on Google in any given niche. So you can find the real problems that they've got and actually find out whether there actually is an existing demand for a kind of topic that you've actually got an idea for. So you want to use Answer the Public, and you can actually use it for free with a few limited features. Now, if you do this keyword research step properly, this market research properly, you can actually confirm an existing demand before creating anything. So if you want to turn that validated problem or that pain point into an income source, one of the simplest methods for you is actually creating a very focused digital product that actually solves that particular problem or provides a simple outcome to solve that problem. Now, if you actually struggle with product ideas, you can actually use ChatGPT or Gemini and just give it a simple prompt like the following: generate 10 simple digital products that solve, and then just insert the problem that you found for beginners. That's the prompt that you can use. Now, if you are in a niche like budgeting, you can actually create a monthly expense tracker template or even something like a debt payoff plan. These kind of things are normally very useful. Now, if you don't know what actually sells, you can actually check on websites like Etsy and just look at the top selling digital downloads in your categories. This is a good idea to do some research to see what the top selling digital downloads actually are right now. And if you actually just follow some proven formats, you actually reduce the risk and increase your chances of making some sales. Now, if you want to create your product fairly quickly, you can actually use AI to build the first version instead of starting from scratch. If you are writing a guide, for example, you can actually ask ChatGPT to just generate you a structured outline, then just expand each section with some clear steps that people can take. Now, if you actually want to organize everything, you can move your content into Notion to keep it clean and very editable. If you need some designing elements, you can use an app like Canva, and you can use the free version to create a very professional layout. Canva has lots of editable templates that you can actually use very quickly to customize for any kind of product that you are going to create. Now, if you refine the AI output with your own insights as well, instead of just copying it, you can improve the quality and the trust as well. So you want a combination of AI and your own human insights going into your digital products. Now, if you would like your product to look a bit more credible, design quality really directs effectively whether people trust and actually buy from you. So you really need to make sure that you give it a good design. Now, if you actually want to improve the presentation, you can use some pre-made templates inside of Canva and just adjust the fonts, the colours and the spacing for what kind of styling you want. Now, if you are a bit unsure what actually works quite well, you can just study the best selling listings on Etsy and even websites like Amazon and just follow similar layouts. You want to find something that's working very well and just model the idea and just do a slightly different and better version of it. So just find a good top selling product, just do a slightly better version than it, but just using that as a model. Now, if you do keep your design very simple and very readable, you make your product much easier to use and more valuable to your audience. So if you don't know how to actually sell your product, you can start with a simple platform instead of building a full website. If you want a very easy setup, you can upload your product to a website like Gumroad or even Standstore for your social media and just create a very basic sales page. These platforms are very good for selling digital products. Now, if you struggle with the writing, you can use ChatGPT to generate some copy using a very clear structure. So you start with the problem, then you go into the solution, then you provide the benefits, and then it's a simple call to action. So you can just use that simple structure in your sales page to sell your digital products. So if you keep your messaging very simple, you can actually increase the conversion rate as well. Now, if you find that you have little to no audience, one of the fastest ways to actually fix that is to use short form content because it's engaging and it's a really great way to actually get attention very quickly. Now, if you actually want to go ahead and do this and use short form content, you can post on TikTok, Instagram and even YouTube Shorts by just sharing some quick tips that solve those small problems that you are creating your digital product based around. Now, if you don't know what to actually post, just ask ChatGPT to generate some content ideas based on your niche and based on the problem that you're actually solving with your digital product. Now, if you stay consistent with your short form content, you can actually build trust and visibility online fairly quickly. Now, if you struggle with consistency, batching your content can solve that problem very quickly for you. If you find that you only have a few hours, you can just record multiple videos in just 1 or 2 sessions and edit them using an app like CapCut. CapCut is a free video editing tool that you can use. Now, if you want to automate the posting, you can actually schedule content ahead of time using something like Buffer or Later.com. Now, if you follow this process, you actually maintain consistent output without any daily effort. So if you actually want to increase sales, you can actually add a simple email funnel instead of just relying only on direct purchases. If you want to actually go ahead and set this up, you can offer a free resource and collect emails using ConvertKit or MailChimp. So you can actually give away a lead magnet in exchange for a name and an email to build that email list. Then you can sell your digital product to your email list as well. Now, if you don't know what emails to actually send, you can create a sequence that provides real value to your audience. So you're actually going to nurture your audience and sell to them as well. So you can share results and introduce your product within your emails. Now, if you build that trust first with your audience, you're going to find that your conversions will improve over time as well. Now, if you find that results are a bit slow, the issue is usually a lack of testing and improvement rather than the idea itself. So you need to make sure that you keep testing and improving everything as you go along. Now, if you want to grow, you can actually track performance using analytics on Instagram and on YouTube, which is something that you should do right from the start. If you notice that certain topics perform better, you can actually focus on those and just refine your approach. If you avoid switching ideas too often and just improve one simple system, you actually create a more stable AI-powered online business. Let's now move on to number 2, which is to use AI to create a simple service-based business and get paid faster by solving one specific task for clients. If you want to make an income a bit faster with AI, one of the biggest shifts that is happening right now is that you can start offering a simple service instead of building a full product first. If you are just getting started out, there are services like content writing or social media posts or AI video creation or even email copy that are easier to sell because businesses out there are already actually paying for these types of services. Now, if you don't know where to actually begin, you can actually explore different platforms like Fiverr.com and Upwork.com and just look at the different services that people are actively paying for right now. So if you find that listings with lots of reviews, that confirms there is actually an existing demand. So you want to find the demand first. If you focus on one task like writing Instagram captions or writing TikTok video scripts for small businesses, you actually make it a bit easier to get your first client. Now, if you want to pick the right service, you need to focus on tasks that AI can actually speed up, but still require some human input from you. So if you are struggling with some ideas, you can actually use ChatGPT and just ask it something like the following. What services can I offer using AI that businesses are already paying for? So there's the question that you can ask the AI, and it will give you some ideas that you can work with. Now, if you are more interested in design, you can actually offer social media graphics and visuals using an app like Canva. If you want to work more with video, you can actually offer short form video editing services, which is in high demand right now. And you can actually use a free editing tool like CapCut to get started doing this. Now, if you just choose a simple but a repeatable service using AI tools, you can actually complete work faster and scale a bit easier. Now, if you want to deliver the service more efficiently, you can actually build a simple workflow using different AI tools. If you are writing content, for example, you can actually prompt ChatGPT with something like the following. Write 10 Instagram captions for a fitness coach targeting beginners who want to lose weight. So there's a simple prompt that you could actually use and model. Now, if you want to further improve the quality, you can actually just edit and refine the output instead of just sending it directly to your clients. Now, if you feel that you need to organize client work, you can track everything inside of Notion. If you just follow a repeatable process, you can actually reduce time per task and increase your earnings. If you would like to get clients, you don't need a big audience to start with. If you want a simple method, you can just create a profile for free on websites like Fiverr.com or even Upwork.com. And just start with a simple title like, I will create AI-powered Instagram content for your business. There's a simple example model that you could actually use. So if you want another kind of approach to take, you can actually message small businesses directly on Instagram and places like LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups, and just offer a free sample. If you show some results up front, you actually increase your chances of actually getting a positive reply. If you keep your offer very clear and very specific about what problem you solve, you're going to find that you stand out more as well. Now, if you do struggle with the pricing, you can start with simple packages instead of going for hourly rates. If you don't know what to actually charge, you can just check some similar services on websites like Fiverr.com and just position yourself slightly lower to get those initial reviews. You want to start just a bit lower than your competition. Now, if you want to scale this business a bit further, you can actually move from $10 to $20 small gigs to $100 plus monthly packages. Now, if you actually bundle services like captions and hashtags and content ideas and video creation, you can actually increase the value without much extra work on your part. If you want to improve your results, then feedback is one of the smartest ways for you to do this and to grow this kind of business. So if you actually have some clients, you can just ask what they liked and what they don't like and what could actually be a bit better, and just take that feedback and improve your service in any way that you can. Now, if you want to refine your output, you can actually adjust the prompts inside ChatGPT based on that feedback that you get from your clients. So if you keep improving your process, your service becomes much more valuable over time. If you treat each project as a system to improve, you actually build some long-term consistency. But if you find it hard to stay consistent, you can actually create templates for everything that you actually do, and you can use apps like Notion and Canva to do this. If you are writing captions, you can save high-performing formats and just reuse them with some small changes for any clients that you are working with. Now, if you want to speed up the delivery a bit more, you can actually store templates inside of Notion. If you build simple systems instead of starting from scratch every time, you can reduce the effort and increase the output that you do. Now, if you want to scale this into a real business, you can actually gradually increase your prices and reduce the manual work as you get some positive reviews. So if you only have just a few clients to start with, you can actually handle everything by yourself. But if you actually grow, you can actually outsource simple tasks while just keeping AI as your core tool. Now, if you continue refining your workflow and actually improving your work as you go along and attracting better clients, you can actually turn a simple AI service like AI short-form video creation into a steady online income stream. Wow, that's it for this video. Now, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start building your own online business and creating new income streams, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the top pinned comment, where you can find some free guides and free resources to help you get started right away with starting an online business and creating new income streams. These free resources will teach you step by step how to actually set up and create an online business that generates healthy profits and helps you to also create new online income streams as well. So I know these free resources will be very helpful for you. So don't wait, take action today. You can go and click the link below in the description and start your journey right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. It really does energise me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.